Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearthstone 4 Kaiserreich as the KMT. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So, we're currently still empowering WWII. Do we actually have any modifiers for this? Political power gain, advisor cost, army experience. So you would give me more weekly stability minus 0.5. That is absolutely. Do we also get negative 0.5? Okay, so we don't want to go completely dominant. Negative 0.5 is an absolutely insane amount. So I guess we'll just kind of keep them where they're at. I wonder if we can maybe... I do want to take back Saigon, if at all possible. I don't know if they had their, if they've had their, like, Tet offensive up in the north. Mission to Calcutta. Across the continent, liberation fervor swept across India, and the people have risen up against their British oppressors. The result was a foundation of Bharati Commune and an Indian National Congress and their various allies. The government that stands as a continued testament to freedom's enduring call. Thank you. 50 opinion. I mean, I won't say no. And we'll see if there's anybody actually in Saigon. I will say my units are not performing very well. Oh, they got 4 units in Saigon. You know what? I love you, Indochina. We're just gonna quickly leave just for a little bit. Gongjimin exiles arrive. Having been utterly trounced by the Changxi clique's military forces, the failed northern revolutionaries of the Gongjimin have scattered to the wind. Disheartened by Feng Yuxi's latest failure, Feng's fate is uncertain. But regardless, it appears his chance at national glory is past. For those who have not been killed or forced into hiding or recruited by Yang Zhejian have fled. The largest fragment of what was once the largest movement has come to Nanjing in hopes of refuge. Led by some mid-level officers of the old movement, they vowed to fight on in the name of the nation, the Lao Binzheng, and democracy. They claim our own revolutionary principles have inspired them to come here in hopes of aligning with us. So we can either arrest them. Why would I want to arrest you? 1,000 political power, some guns. I'm gonna allow you to join my faction. I'll be nice to you. Why would I just give them back to someone who I will almost certainly be going to war with? Because I don't know if we can trust Yan Xingshan to stay friendly with us. Second International Congress, sure. Thanks for the... Just thanks. Just in general. Okay, the Propaganda Department. In May of 1924, the first cadets of the Wampo have received political training from Wampo's newly established political department, inspired by revolutionary trends worldwide. At the time, Liao Zhongkai was appointed the official head of the department, and at the same time, prominent party members such as Dai Jidou, Wang Jinwei, and Hu Hanmin were lecturers in political subjects. This first class was routinely given political talks, as they were organized into a model regiment, the precursor to the NRA's First Army. With the re-establishment of the Wampo, the political department has been re-established in General Zhao Emil, once more resuming his position as head of the political department. With the encouragement of some in the RCS and the LCS, Zhao has, it also says RCA to say RCS. Zhao was in the position to encourage Wampo students to read about socialism, the history of the British and French revolutions, and Marxism. Nonetheless, other ideals are flourishing in lectures as well. General Deng Yanda is known frequently to encourage soldiers to seek the peasants out in the countryside and live amongst them. Other classes pay up the notion of carrying on the doctor's son's will, with the premise that perhaps the Kuomintang may be successful this time. There have also been lectures by more nationalistic and radical officers, who instead focused on revitalizing the revolution against China's true domestic and foreign enemies. So social democracy, radical socialists, or we just get a little bit more support for the totalist. Let's just go, let's emphasize the socialist revolution here. Which should mean I can, I believe, take you. Yes, for 10% war support, let's enforce party orthodoxy. Deal with the warlords. We need to have completed legacy of the Mingan insurgency. Okay, so we need to do one of these two. Okay, let's look towards the west first. I do think if we can begin a war against the Li Guang clique ASAP, I think that will be beneficial for sure. Also, we're going to duplicate one of you. And we're just going to make you into a pretty basic infantry. We're going to get ourselves a copy. Let's go 2 rows of you. And give me 2 rows of you as well. Our manpower is going to be a little bit of an issue, but we got the artillery, we have the guns, and honestly, we might have one of the most powerful armies in China, which I'm very happy to see. Also, I did not set a timer. One of these days, I will remember that I need a timer to know how long the video is. Okay, Peru, Bolivia, democracy in the Philippines. That's cool. That's cool. Organization comrades ascendant -5%. Okay, so you get a little bit of a discount here. Construction speed, compliance gain. Compliance gain could be useful. Stability -10% sounds completely shit. -10% army attrition could also be pretty decent, especially since China has terrible supplies in it. Max factories in state. You know what? Give me, even though this will support the PAC a little bit, give me the manpower. Why not? We can have just like a ton of manpower. Which I mean, as China will have anyways. Okay, so we can secure OCC donations. You will decrease. Secure technical aid. I'll take both of these right now. General attitude towards them is an irrelevant remnant. A Hawaiian fifth column. The Kuomintang centrist civilian faction has always been complacent relationship with the left. Complicated relationship with the left. When the Western Hills Conference was first held in opposition to reorganization and the late Dr. Sen's alliance with the Internationale, some Fo and his clique were initially open to join with other right-wingers, but ultimately were cowed by the growing influence of Wang Jinwei. Since then, they have mostly acted on the sidelines, serving as the most appealing internal opposition to the RCA that Wang can compromise with to demonstrate his statementship with containing the PAC. The influence of the liberals have gone too high. So we either lose 25%. Well, let's increase radicalism a little bit. Yan Chishan was a KMT party member in World War II. A lot of people have some different ideas in Kaiserreich than they did in real life. We could send some guns to, China, but I can't see this actually doing anything. If we are subjects on Canton or Dali and have the required equipment, we will send additional supplies. We could send 500 guns to them. Thing is, I mean, how many troops do they have? I mean, obviously, I think they are still going to lose. 41,000 against 55,000. I just don't have high hopes. Let's just put it that way. No hopes for the Chinese Revolution. Hey, Switzerland, you beautiful bastard. Switzerland joining up with the Internationale does give the Internationale a huge boost. Germany is not great at dealing with the Swiss. Also, Hunan has immediately switched to join Chen Jiaoming, those pieces of shit. But hey, we're getting an army together. Okay? Let's put you on the border with Yunnan, please. And triumph of the Young Guard. After much debate within the upper echelons of the National Revolutionary Army, the NRA elected to follow the leadership of Zheng Jinzhao as the new headmaster of the Walpa Military Academy. As such, the NRA would pursue Zheng and the Young General's proposal for the NRA to be extensively modeled on the armies of the West, with an emphasis on speed, force contraction, and a highly centralized military command structure. Several leading armies from Europe have been promoted as well, including Nai Rojian and Zhu Yunming, the latter of whom is actually a member of Deng Wanda's WMIRCA, but nonetheless is pledged to work with the new headmaster due to his own interest in armor technology. These appointments have also been curious, seeing a number of China Rival Society members promoted, including He Jianren and Deng Wenyi. Okay. So we can either go political power, we get more support for us. We need fresh ideas to win. We need fresh ideas to win. So how is our radicalism going? Revolution radicalism is currently at 20%. Is that just based on... Okay, it's not based on just how popular their faction is. deal with the warlords. I do kind of want to start the wars as quickly as he possibly can. Which I know has definitely backfired on me in the past, but I think this time is different. What makes it different, I have no idea, but it feels different in my heart, and that's really good enough, right? Bucharest has fallen. Oh, Bulgaria is doing pretty well. They're taking Bucharest, they're pushing against Serbia and Greece quite well. I think Bulgaria's got a good chance to win this war. Aside from that, on historical materialism, again, you can read these at your own leisure. We're not gonna read every event, because if I read every event, we would be here all day. Even though I do like the events for sure. Brazil's declared war on the Republican Army. Usually the national populists win in Brazil, so we're not gonna pay too much mind there. To be honest, I don't know what happens if the Republicans actually win this war. I don't think I've ever seen it happen. I'm sure it's theoretically possible, but I don't know how you would get that done. Offer an alliance to Maklik. Offer an alliance to Jian. And you need to still be at war. You need to win your wars with Mongolia and Tibet. Maklik. The northern conflict must end. We also need to border them. And that's kind of the harder... That's the bigger issue there is being on the border. Mechanical units. What do we have here? Okay. We get a Germanic template, which also seems kind of garbage. Grand battle plan cost reduction. I mean, that's okay. Military command goes up. Again, intelligence agency. This gets to the cost ability against the Qing. Now, we're not going to be able to fight the Qing right away. Like, that's just not going to happen. So let's establish the national bureaucracy. And who can we attack? We can demand subjugation. Now, why would they say yes to this? I don't see a reason why they would. 3 to 26, 3 to 17. I'm going to pull you off the border with the Qing for now. Even though it is, I think, very, very, very risky. Draw your troops up like this. And we should have units ready to deploy. I think we could probably beat them. I think we could win a war in the south. Fate of League officers. Okay. Despite her bourgeois background as daughter of the gentry family, Ding Ling, born Jian Bingzhou, studied at progressive Hunan Provincial No. 1 normal school for girls, where she became a classmate to their future revolutionary comrade Zhang Jinyu. Inspired by her mother from an early start, Ding Ling found her calling in the politics of national and social revolution. Okay. The Women's Revolution is coming. And the fate of legation officers. The national revolution is in full swing, and with it, a revolutionary mood. Harnessing the power of the mass movement is ever vital if we are to win this time around, and figuring out how to do so remains fresh in the minds of the leading voices in the government. Dong Biyu, perhaps the most famous dual CMT-CSP member, regularly speaks on the regulations for punishing local despots. Ling Ping, another radical, speaks of giving farmers their own guards and power to suppress counter-revolutionaries on their own initiative. These radical CSP members, aligned voices, are often supported by members of the Mission Military Internationale in China, the MMIC, notably M.N. Roy, who argued for radical agrarian uprisings to advance revolutionary cause. In general, radicals in the CSP, even some of the Orthodox faction, see their duty to bring the idea of class struggle from the proletarian in the cities to the rural countryside. Not everyone agrees, however. On the other end of the revolutionary spectrum, there are plenty of those who emphasize the nationalist elements of the revolution at the expense of the socialist dimension. They often find their voice in Reconstruction faction, who argue that this is not the time to make enemies, and there's plenty of honorable League authorities who simply misguided their initial alignment. So we can unite under one banner, or we can give more power to the syndicalist. Yeah, no, you know what? We need to sweep away the old order. Get them out of here. I think I want to deploy these units. They got 11 troops. 22. We'll put some units here. 19 and 8. Sweden's joined the Reichspakt. That's not like a huge surprise. And I think we want to just... I think we want to just gun it. I am going to save just in case, but I think I just want to go for it and invade the Lagwan clique. So give me a beautiful save here. Offer alliance with Szechuan. Demands Shaanxi and Yunnan. You know what? Just give me the war, man. 30 days. We got a lot of troops on the border. Hopefully we can get some volunteers for the International as well. And also, hopefully, the Qing mind their own business and they don't do anything. My goal for Brown Army... I mean, you know what? We're actually going to make you into, let's just say, the Green Army. My goal for a Green Army is basically just defend here, or Red Army pushes their way into Lagwan clique. The occupation of Ningbao. The occupation of Vizhao. Legation Council has gone bankrupt. Yeah, take some cities. Thank you very much. So you just captured 2 cities. I'm very happy to see it. So we get 1 civilian factory. We got some other thing as well. Don't really know what it does, but I'll take it. 38. Give me the 36 artillery, because that'll always be nice to have for sure. And if we can rush our border towards Szechuan, get them to align with us, then I feel pretty good with that. Because Szechuan, I don't know how many troops they have. 9 to 53. They would be a pretty powerful ally for sure. Okay, so let us tender to the masses. I mean, we'll take that now. And what do we need? Can I just get them immediately? Yes, as long as we're neighboring Szechuan, we should be able to offer them an alliance. Which to me sounds pretty goddamn good. Okay, look at Wang Junwei's camp. While the Nance has an odd largest faction within the party. Those that make up his support base within the government include both the Residents faction and the Reorganization Comrades Association. As such, his clique features its own internal power struggle, as the various factions vie for Wang's favor and approval. The Residents faction, derisively called the Palace faction by Wang's critics, are the ones who resided within the chairman in his mansion. The main voice of Residents faction is none other than Wang's wife, the ambitious and strong-willed Cheng Bujun, who is nicknamed by those within the RCA as Wang Feren, Madame Wang, or Liang Tianpo, the old woman, due to her looking older than her husband. A loving couple, she often has her husband's ear and protects his interests, even when he is unwilling to do so himself. Additional members of the faction include a long list of a lot of people. Basically my family, it looks like. Bitterly opposed to the chairman's wife is none other than the chairman's beloved friend, Chen Gongbo, who is a de facto voice of the RCA. Wang's political followers in the KMT, nonetheless. Chen and his followers form the radical wing of the RCA. His pro-authoritarian materialist stance are joined in conjunction with his beliefs that class warfare is inevitable in China. He is joined by followers such as, he got his followers. Fear the radicals. So we got 6%, 2%, or 2%. Favor the residents, favor the moderates. Go radical? Oh, sure, there we go. We'll go a little bit radical here. We need radical plans here. Entrenchment experts. Army reformer. Honestly, you're both kind of ass. Do we have an infantry? Infantry expert, you've always got to take the infantry expert. If you've got the option, you always take it. Despite our efforts to settle matter peacefully, Chen Jiaoming has formally renounced his efforts to promote national unity and begun mobilizing units in a show of force. Well, we're going to declare war on you immediately. We're going to do ourselves another save here. Do we know how many units he has? I think he has less than we do. 7 to 21, we have 27. So between him and his ally, he might have more. Are you cored? You are cored all the way up to the coast here. Let's see if you can maybe bring your line down by 1. And we can see if we can maybe, yeah, take Guangzhou here. Bring Red Army to where they need to be. The Highliner Fury. With the Kuomintang ultimatum having come and gone, and looming war with the Lingguan clique has led to a surge of nationalist wrath against Chen Jiaoming and his public interest party. Rage echoes across the halls of power in Nanjing as radicals have seized the moment to clamor for revenge against the reactionaries, not only for their historic crimes against the Kuomintang, but for their ongoing oppression of the people. This had a side effect of weakening the position of the establishment. However, muted but still present questions about why Chen Jiaoming does not sufficiently fear the party state, and why harsher measures have not already been taken. Radicalism will increase by a large amount. Failures of talks will validate the views of socialist hardliners. What are they at right now? 26%? They're very angry with us. Let's just put it that way. Out of the shadows. So Chen Jiaoming, by the way, he just got Yunnan and Sichuan to align with him. Excellent. Very cool. Out of the shadows. When it comes to the business of revolution, it is only natural that a radical energy emerges, particularly among the youthful and disaffected groups of the old order. That said, the Kuomintang, despite the revolutionary heritage, is often keen to preserving an orderly authoritarian atmosphere, fitting of the vanguardist party. They have also been known for their pragmatism, willing to accommodate aligned groups as needed to advance their goals. Structureless, however, is the entry of newer groups into the national intelligence dialogue. The China Revival Society and the Chinese Syndicalist Party's radical faction have both ridden the cocktails of the success of the more mainstream socialist groups. However, as nationalistic and iconoclastic sentiments rise, they have been found a greater following, emboldening them to create newspaper and publications of their own. Okay, so just revolutionary fervor. Let's decrease radicalism at least a little bit. Yeah, so like everyone's gone against us, which is a little sad for sure. Guangzhou government's been proclaimed. The organic law. Carefully cross factions. Yeah, let's do everything on everybody's merits. We'll be nice this way. So I'm not happy to currently have to deal with this shit. Yeah, all of you here. We'll have these guys keep on with the invasion. You push in this guy. If we can take Guangzhou, if we can kill the federal, the government down here, then maybe we'll be pretty happy. Negotiate with the Federalist. NRA is at peace. There are many in the party who will not like this. Is in phase 2 mid-game. What the hell does that mean? I have no idea, but let's keep our attack going. $61. Keep you coming down here as well. You guys, you know, keep the fight going. Do I want to push into Hunan? I really think the answer is no. Push you here. Push you here. We're at 90%. Keep making sure they don't fall back into the city. Guangzhou has now fallen. It gets you down to 64%. That's looking pretty good. But I will say that at least right now, this is going to be a great time for us to end this episode. So if you've enjoyed, my thumbs up. Not enjoying, throw your thumb down. You want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.